probably watering next this weekend. Nationals as well.
Yeah.
Is that part of the fun of coaching? Coaching the guy, giving him tips how to win again, and in some cases how to turn the tables if he had taken an earlier loss.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's kind of the whole process, the whole approach is just, it's always about getting ready for the next match, and we talk about that each year, and this year is about getting ready for next year. And obviously the conference tournament is really about preparing for the national tournament, so I think we just kind of keep that mentality just consistent, and it seems to help our guys compete at the right times.
How do you feel everybody is at this point in the season with what's on the horizon?
I think we're good. We've got a great team, and they're excited to wrestle. They love to compete. We're happy. We're healthy. We're grateful, and so we'll just go see what we can do. But this week's all preparation for the national. But the Big Ten tournament's always fun. Great competition, like you said. It's kind of a small, it's not real small, but just kind of you get thrown right in the fire. You just got to be ready to compete. That's fun stuff.
What's your favorite thing about this time of year?
This time of the year?
This time of the season.
Okay. I was going to say the fish are going to start biting here soon.
Yeah, I did.
There's a new release of Pokemon cards, I think, coming up here. It's just, the bigger the match, the more fun it is. I mean, we spend every day pretty much preparing and thinking about the big matches and, what are the big matches. And so when you actually have an opportunity to go participate and do something about those big matches, I think that's what it's all about, and that's kind of what you do this for. We don't live to prepare for the big matches. We live for the big matches. So and that's just the energy and the mentality, but we always keep things in perspective too. This is just a game that is going to come and go, and this tournament's going to come and go really fast, and this season will, and it'll be about next year, and on and on and on. So you just kind of keep that true but healthy perspective.
How's Braeden Davis looked over the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, he's looking good. He's doing good, feeling good. I think this will be the best and healthiest he's been since before the season started, because he actually I think he tweaked himself in the first match out, right? So he's had some time to recover, and he's made some adjustments. Dan's done a great job with him. Has kind of helped him kind of figure a few things out. So I think he'll be ready to roll.
How do you strike a balance with him in the room when you're trying to get him healthy and get him back, but you also don't want that rust to accumulate?
Yeah, I think that's just part of sports, and it's a lot of times it's not even the physical, it's more the mental, just making sure they stay sharp mentally and that they believe that they're ready, right? If they're used to training a certain way and now they have to adjust things, but we don't get too worried about those things, because history kind of shows sometimes guys being off the mat ends up being a blessing. It doesn't really, you just don't know. It's up to the kids. They're the ones that kind of get out there and make it happen or not. So, but our guys are ready to go. We're excited. Guys like competing, and we got a great challenge this weekend, so it'll be fun.
So Greg wrestles Olympic champs in here probably often, right? Now he has to beat one. What's the key to slowing down Gable's offense and generating enough of his own offense?
That's a tough question, right? I think Greg just needs to be Greg and just kind of do what he does and just kind of compete freely, because he's really, really good, and just be himself. That's really what it is, right? You just want to take your best self out there and compete and see where you're at.
How have you seen Greg evolve as a wrestler, as a competitor, since the last time that he faced someone like Gable Steveson?
Oh, well, he beat good guys last year. There's always a lot of good wrestlers, and he's wrestling good guys in here all the time. Greg he's a student of the game, and he's always playing with different technique and trying to advance what he's doing and improve. So, I think he's gotten a lot better in the last, every year since he's been here. Every year there's been, I would say, significant changes. So, he's an NCAA champ, Big Ten champ. So now it's just, he came back for the team, and so we're excited for him to just kind of go compete for the team and see what he can do.
When you get to this point in the season, as a coaching staff, are there hypothetical matchups that you do want to see for your Penn State wrestlers, either to have them challenged a certain way or maybe learn something about them, or do you it's, hey, the tournament's the tournament, come what may?
Yeah, we don't really have, a lot of say in who you're going to face or not face. So it's just you prepare and go do what you do, right? I mean, we try not to adapt or adjust or worry too much about our opponents. I mean, that's our philosophy throughout the year. It's the philosophy in the off season, and so we don't change a whole lot when it comes to the way we approach competition.
Who are you taking with as workout partners, and has that changed? How many can you take, and how do you determine that?
Yeah, we were talking about that today. I don't think anything's finalized,
okay.
Right? And it's always a little, you can only take so many people, so it's not always an easy thing. I mean, there's kids that are, maybe been in the program longer that, are guys that you might throw out there if you're competing, but and there's other guys that are better at, warming guys up and being, taking that role on. And then there's guys that are just positive. And, even when Clay, our GM now, when he was a senior, he couldn't wrestle. We still traveled him because the positive energy and just everything that he brought to the table. So there's a lot of different things you factor in. But yeah, that's something we'll kind of figure out in the next couple of days here.
With that, is there kind of like a science behind making sure that your guys are maybe peaking at the right time and being able to take on this competition in the postseason with extra wrestlers, or if they're dealing with injury or anything like that?
Yeah, I think you're always you just have a plan and you kind of follow the plan, and obviously everything, there's variables and things shift around throughout the year and you adjust accordingly. But yeah, our guys have always competed really well in the postseason, and I think they have a lot of confidence in that. And there won't be an exception this year. Our guys are going to go wrestle great, and they're going to wrestle well at the Big Ten, and they're going to wrestle even better at the Nationals. It's going to be fun.
Did you get a chance to watch Ono's match with Spencer Lee? What did you think about that?
I definitely watched it. I mean, you got two of the best wrestlers in the world, and it's just kind of a fun match where they're just doing kind of something for the fans and for them to just get out there and compete. So I thought it was a great match. You got two of the best in the world going at it.
How has Nick Lee settled into his coaching role? Where have you seen him really grow as more of I know he's been a leader throughout the time, but now actually settling into an official role?
Yeah, no, Coach Lee's he's been a great addition. I mean, he's got a huge heart. Like, he really cares about the kids. He's here for the kids, and they know that, and they can see that, right? You can't fake that. And he's made our staff better, just in that he just challenges what we're doing, and he's so yeah, I couldn't be happier with the effort that he put in and the mentality and just him helping the program kind of take a step forward. So we're blessed to have him, and everything's worked out really well.
Do you think he's had a lot to do with Shane, especially after Nebraska? Shane really seemed to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Lee's had a lot to do with everything. I mean, he's just a good, positive guy. He's a team guy. He's a family guy. He loves the program. He's a competitor. He's obviously a student of the game. So he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, right? So he brings everything to the table. There isn't something that he's lacking as a coach, or he's a great role model for these guys. He's a big moment guy as a competitor in the past. So I mean, everything that he's done and everything that he's doing is just it's been excellent.
What's the general expectation for freshmen at this time of year? So whether it's Luke, Joe, Connor, Cole, Zach, etc., just what's kind of the general expectation going into the postseason where this is brand new territory for them?
We don't look at them as this year freshman, sophomore, whatever, right? I mean, it's they're ready to go. I mean, Luke's ready. He's gotten better every match, and he's shown that he's ready to win it and compete for a national title. And some of our other freshmen aren't competing this year. I mean, they're getting ready for their events this spring, and they're thinking about next year. So really, wherever we're at, it's the same mentality. It's just let's keep getting better, and let's really own our craft here and make it your own. So that's kind of what we try to do as a staff, is just really try to help these guys really take ownership for what they're doing and for their goals and their career and everything. And when you do that, it usually is maybe a little bit longer, a slower kind of hike, but it's the best long-term plan. So that's kind of what we do, is kind of just support them in their journeys and just try to help them as much as we can.
The postseason's obviously exciting. Very excited. Excited for those guys to be out there. How do you guys as a coaching staff maybe kind of rein that in and have them just focus one at a time type thing?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's just managing your energy and your emotions, and I mean, all these guys have all competed in big tournaments, and had big moments throughout their career. But I think the big thing as coaches is it's not anything we can do or say. It's just kind of you got to be like you got to bring the energy that you want them to have. Like we got to be positive. We got to be excited about it, and it's not anything about what you're saying. It's just all about how you're feeling and just bringing good positive energy to the table.
Tyler
Cool.
Case, I just
Go
want
ahead.
real
Go
quick.
ahead.
Tyler Casack, since he came out of concussion protocol, we saw him for the final duel of the season. Just how's he been?
Yeah, he's been great. He's looking great. I mean, you saw him wrestle. You saw him wrestling that final duel, but I think he'll be. It was a tough situation for him, but he'll come out of it stronger. That's just who he is. He's a competitor. He loves to compete. He's a big moment guy. So yeah, we love Tyler. Cool.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Thank you.